Well, greetings to you, one and all, wherever you may be viewing from, and welcome to a very steamy morning down here on the bayou. And thank you for joining me on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and well, we've got a little intermittent clouds coming through. I had to get on this early today because it's Thursday. It's been a busy week. We're a week and a day past our Hurricane Ida. Hurricane Ida. Where am I? Hurricane Francine event. We got off really pretty easy. There's still some parts of town that don't have power, even just a mile or so over from me. But the majority of it is back up and running, and we're like I said, very very fortunate that we did not get hit any worse than we did. So there's still a lot of debris being cleaned up though, and some roof damage we're taking care of and stuff like that. Mostly now it's little bits of water stuff that got into the house and has messed up tiles, those cardboard tiles falling off and things like that. So that's kind of what's going on with that. But more importantly, we are celebrating the fact that we still have our president, because for the second time, these evil forces that are bent to destroy literally the greatest president and the most maligned human in modern history for sure. I think you probably have to go back to, I don't know, BC times, maybe Galileo or something like that. They imprisoned for saying that the Earth did not, was not the center of the galaxy or universe or whatever. But it's just nonstop, and again, total incompetence beyond what you would say is human error. It is clear intent that there are not the agents in the field. Even Trump's son said he knows most of these guys, just like he did after the first attempt, that they would, all the men, the ones that he has, the real agents, because most of those women that were there weren't even agents. They were from the first one, just like they appeared, incompetent pencil pushers that they stuck out there after a couple of hours of video training to guard one of the most high-profile targets in the world. You don't do that thinking, oh, well, I'm sure they'll be okay with these incompetents running the show. But it was done for a reason, and it almost worked. But again, when DeSantis was commenting on this right after it happened, he's played the course with Trump, and he even said first thing that when he heard this, he knew exactly what they were talking about. That is the soft spot, the fifth hole, the tee box for 6, the sixth hole, the tee box for 7, but the green, everything there within 50 yards of that fence, and it's a known place where paparazzi hide in the bushes to try to get pictures of him. So why you would not have a motorcycle cop, somebody stationed on that strip of road? And again, then you've got this replacement moron, and I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he's got literally the Hitler, the Nazi youth haircut, where his head's shaved on both sides. He's got that little strip of hair in the middle, like a wide mohawk. And of course he looks like he would be, a very beta male. He just comes across as that, in real life, I'm a pussy kind of thing. And to stand up there and say, it wasn't planned. We weren't supposed to even do this. This was a success. They did not even catch the guy. The only reason that this guy was apprehended is because some random woman saw him running from that fenced area after they had shot at him with a pistol from 200 yards away. And again, why are they not carrying long guns on these details protecting Trump? It's absurd. This guy, there was no chance of him hitting. All he did was scare him off. There was not even enough protection within the zone for this guy to run from the bush after being shot at, get to his vehicle, jump in it, and then take off with no Secret Service or police enforcement anywhere to be seen. And this is at the edge of the most vulnerable spot of this golf course, access to public. This guy managed to escape, and they would never have known. They'd be looking for door cams and doing the stupid shit that they do, try to track him down now, if this woman had not seen him, thought it was suspicious, followed him, took pictures of her phone of his license plate, which was had been switched, was a fake license plate, and turned him in. So again, how did he know to come and sit at that spot, get there 12 hours in advance, and hang out in that area, hide in that bush? They didn't walk the dogs around the perimeter of the course. They didn't do a physical walk. They didn't do infrared. All you have to do is put on glasses with an infrared, saying bushes, heat source. What is that? I'll go check that out, that lump. I mean, just the level of gross negligence, bordering on criminal negligence with intent and treasonous intent. Again, this guy lives in Hawaii. This shooter, he lives in Hawaii. He has no money. He's been recruiting soldiers for the Ukrainians. He's been arrested and charged with weapons of mass destruction, which in libtard speak they caught him with a machine gun. Why is he not in prison now? Anybody else would be in prison. There's people that have been locked up since January 6th for walking through the Capitol with no hope of getting out until Trump gets in. This guy has been roaming. How's paying his airfare from Hawaii to the Carolinas to down to Florida? How does he get a scratched off, AK-47? I think that's what he had. The first one was the AR. This is an AK that he had scratched off, all this shit. How did he know that Trump was going to randomly be on this golf course on this day within 12 hours of this time when it wasn't even scheduled to be happening? There was no reason for him to think that Trump's going to be over there playing golf. That's, and again, he would have been gone with no one identifying him if this one woman hadn't. So the fact that this guy could stand up there and say it was a successful operation because Trump didn't get shot again whenever someone was with a scope, all he had to do was wait another 10 minutes and he would have had a shot if he hadn't stuck his barrel out there prematurely after 12 hours. He's getting, and then you can see this guy. And then, of course, first thing, Joy, the fake wig Reed, the race baiter from MSNBC, comes on, and their first report is that this guy voted for Trump. He's a Trump supporter, and this is the woman, if y'all don't know MSNBC, she's the black woman that insists on, in her extreme hatred and jealousy of not being white, continues to try to look like she can as much as she can like a white woman. And it's just not working, to the point where someone actually made fun of her and called her out. I think it was Alex Stein in public about her Donald Trump hair. She was so Trump deranged. She had her wig that was the Donald Trump wig. And after that, then you never saw it again. She had the burr shaved head, this piece of metal. And I block it up here, and it acts as a shield to keep my camera out of the sun, but I have to keep moving it. But yeah, man, it is a scorching day here for mid-September on the bayou, as it tends to be. So, whew. And I'm standing here in the full brunt of it. So yeah, it's super. The black hat, the black wool hat does not help. Neither does the hot coffee, because this is still my morning coffee. We're going. So yes, we are celebrating the fact that our great president is still alive and is going to be taking this criminal scumbag organization down. Right now, I know Pennsylvania, you've got your early voting, I believe, is opened up for you guys. Get on it, get out there and get that early voting in. We all have to do it. I know it's contrary to the way we like to do it. It's like an event for us, a lot of us, to go down and exercise our constitutional right to vote. And even though, you're just one in millions, it's still a time when you can feel like it's, you're making a difference, because you're participating in what built this country. And so, I mean, if nothing else, just take pride in the fact that you still can vote. And there should be, why these Republicans are not in every damn state insisting that Biden constitutionally be left on the ballot to represent the over 14 million Democrats that voted for him to be their, candidate. Again, this is third world stuff, and we need to get on. But again, speaking of third world stuff, now today, as a result of they're doing an investigation in the last week's Arizona rally. A number of the attendees have suffered from basically chemical burns, blindness, headaches, any number of symptoms that initially it sounds or would be associated with like pepper spray or some kind of chemical exposure. But it is the group of specially selected Trump supporters, and that had been chosen to sit right behind him in the at the arena for this rally that he was doing, and even shows him interacting with them as he went by. One of them's the women that are talking about this the most is the lady. She used to be head of the abortion, Planned Parenthood. And now she is a Trump supporter, right to life advocate, has totally flipped, and I guess grew a conscience at some point after seeing, tens of thousands of babies destroyed before they ever had a chance to, be. So, but again, she was on her way home, and the burning in her eyes got so bad that she had to stop at an emergency room. They kept asking her, you sure you weren't exposed to some kind of toxin? But it's not just her; it's the people in a cluster around her. Just like if you were shooting a spotlight beam, anybody in that periphery of that zone would have been affected by it. And they're talking about directed energy weapons, and that these are the exact symptoms. China's already using them. They point them at crowds. It microwaves, acts as a kind of a microwave, a 64th underneath the skin, inch underneath the skin, and starts those, just like a microwave does, gets that water boiling. And so they immediately, at the speed of light, start feeling a burn and in that zone and flee wherever they target this light. The people did not experience, if this had been that, I think they would have, at the time, they would have felt it, reacted. Not, it wouldn't have been something that they were detecting slowly after they had left. This does seem more like they were exposed to something on the way out. Again, I've been exposed to mace. I had an idiot buddy that we always carried around in our van doing deliveries. It was back in the day. It was a squirt bottle, looked like a little Binaco like they used to have, where you squirt for your thing, but it was pepper spray. Or mace, they used to call it. It wasn't pepper spray then. And he had had it out, and he had squirted it to see if it worked, whatever. It squirted on the window, the driver's window, and then he starts telling me how he's getting ill. My eyes are burning. And so, well, you idiot, but he was this far away from it, So just the and then by the time it got over to me, as I'm sitting there calling him an idiot, it started to get to me in there. So I'm like, pull over, you dumb. But again, so just being exposed to the vapors around it can cause reactions. I'm sure pepper spray is much worse. But to be in a specific area of those little bleachers behind Trump is just not, it's not, with everything else that's gone on in the last, 2 months, and what we're seeing from the media, the complete just blacking out of information, totally changing. Damn breeze, totally changing the narratives, just lying, outright lying, just like she did during the debate. Trump's campaign headquarters has been hacked by Iran. The information, they tried to download it to the Democrats, and again, they would not exist if Biden had not given them billions of dollars to fund the trash that we're seeing, the subhumans attacking. And then one more wrap up: how genius is watching 3 days now of whatever fag name their their groups are, Hezbollah. I know they're all just Nazism terrorists to me, but blowing them up with their own pagers. And it's like, first thing you're going, well, yeah, I guess are they that backwards that they got rid of their cell phones because they thought they could be easily hacked. But yeah, for And then they were saying first, oh well, they've managed a way to fire up the batteries and get the batteries to go off. And God damn it, hold on. My camera's going to go out here if I do not maintain shade. But yeah, but now it seems that they actually infiltrated. Now they're trying to find out who's to blame from the manufacturer version, and nobody wants to be responsible because they know they're going to have a bunch of Nazi Islam fanatical terrorists blowing up their buildings as soon as they find out who got. And again, it's obviously they got leaks within their organizations, within Iran, people that are working from the inside, and it's going to undermine them. So just the sheer genius of. And again, let's insert some terror in these scumbags' lives. Oh, they were innocents. Yeah, they were at a funeral for other terrorists that had already gotten blown up. So yeah, if you're gathering in support of dead terrorists, guess what? You're getting blown up with the terrorists, you know. Oh, and again, they're like they say, oh, the innocents of Palestine, the innocents in Gaza. There are no innocents that are not that are not combatants in Gaza anymore or in Palestine. I saw the women, you know, to praise, and it's some, I don't know, you know, she's just the usual illiterate, decrepit looking, you know, Nazism woman wrapped up and living in squalor, you know, dirt floors, saying, you know, the joy of her son, you know, it's all in there, you know, blowing himself up, and how be proud of your son's blowing. So again, when you're dealing with vermin, you have to take out the nest. You don't stop the onslaught. You don't stop the contamination. You don't stop the spread of infestation without taking out the nest. So, you know, bitch, you're the nest. So yeah, there are no innocents there. All they are is queens producing more terrorist vermin. So you know, y'all can debate whether, you know, morality. It's war. And the fact that they're inserting some terror in the terrorists' lives now, I think, is just epic. And then the next day, their walkie-talkies start blowing up, you know. So, and again, if they don't have like TVs or you know, anything that would be considered really modern computers that they can really infiltrate. So, what's the next thing? And again, these are illiterates. Most of them can barely read or write. So they're not there. If they start having to handwrite notes to each other. Again, more issues. But like I said, I am really enjoying seeing terrorists blow up, and any clips that they have of these guys going off, I say more power to them. Again, it's a pestilence on Earth that needs to be removed after 2,000 years, 1,800, 1,500, how many tens of centuries of these same people doing the same thing, which is violence against everyone who does not bow to their warped murder cult ideology. And again, vermin. Well, let's turn to the battered and beaten gold epicenter of South Louisiana. If y'all have made it through that rant, but we have a lot to talk about, man. A lot's happened in the last week, and it's only going to get worse. So there we go. So what we got here today is a little something special that I received in, and actually it's the Culver Bag, the Ghost Town Paydirt, Independence Pass. It's the by Culver Prospecting, 1 gram, and but the reason we have our Troubled One sticker there next to it is because I got this from Troubled One. He gotten this and sent it to me. Just because he's actually he's really a big supporter of Culver, and he wanted me to try some of his stuff. So again, very awesome, and also a channel member. So big thanks to him for that, as well as all you guys that support the channel and channel members. And I'm going to be doing the members giveaway pick here coming up for September. So yeah, that's his Fever Dreams stickers in there. Very cool. His channel is doing great. He's gonna be doing his 500 giveaway here pretty quick, I'll tell you that. And also, I got sitting out here, I was trying to decide what to do because I'd won this on one of his very first giveaways that he did, the Ozark Bucks 1/4 gram pay dirt. So that'll be coming up. Very cool. So Yeah, and he's been selling a lot of pay dirt on his. But Culver's got some awesome. Oh man, I am just dripping sweat out here. Hold on, I just wet down the phone. Well, I had to restart because I couldn't get my camera to zoom out. I couldn't get it to get cut over. So yeah, you can see we're here in the setup on the temporary table here. It's all right when we get a little break in the clouds up there shielding us, but once they come out, man, it just roasts and is already getting too hot on this camera. And I just don't have a way to protect it from this direction. And now we're heading towards the noon hour. I've been checking with this for a while out here, not to have gotten much done. Well, I keep having to go in and adjust for crap. So, all right, there we go. Here we go. And so yeah, along with our Culver, very cool Culver stickers there, it also had a note on the back one for $5 off a 1 gram bag. Email this. So I think it said they're from Seven Troubles. So I think that's the the code for the. So if you are a troubled fan, then you'll get that. And then we're bag number 63. So very cool. Speaking of that, I just had bag number 65 sold. So, but I don't sell this stuff as a business. So that's very cool for me. And thank you very much to you guys for, again, supporting the channel by getting the pay dirts. And especially you guys that really like the labels. It's always very flattering and appreciated that y'all enjoy and like that so much. I'm gonna have a new edition of Halloween Blood Bayous coming out with something different this year on it for it's the fourth year now. You can't keep that, we got to change it up. So we can say we're gonna have an extra horror action. And I think we're gonna do something. I talked about doing something with the dirt from under the gold stand. So that's what I did. I put it all in this bucket and it sat out here and got filled up with water from Hurricane Francine. So I was pouring it off and it's been kind of it's coming up from the bottom. But I'm thinking now I'm going to stop. I'm going to just kind of drain it down and get where it'll still be muddy, but get the water of it, and I'll make up some pay dirt bags. Not my usual, label bags like that, but it'll be the special Hurricane Francine pay dirt with the hurricanes actually captured in the bag right there, because that's what that is. That's Hurricane Francine in a bucket. So I would just double bag it with some Ziplocs or something, and send it out as it's the stuff from under the stand with the hurricane. So I don't know. I thought it might be a novel, and it's some nasty stuff to go through, man. It's some tough shit. If y'all have watched my first video when we got into it, and gold, I got gold out of it, so I know there's more gold in that bucket. But of course, I'll be putting gold in it for the pay dirt bags. But yeah, so I just was thinking of that as well, along with, like I said, our special Halloween stuff that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. So, but we open this up. First thing you can see is I see some blues and some purples, some very nice looking stuff. So this is obviously a gem type bag. We'll go ahead and classify it down and check out what we're looking at here. Again, we've got a little break in the clouds now. So, Indian head nickel, very cool. Yeah, we'll throw it in this pan. Our little collection plate there. Some nice pieces of quartz. That's a very cool vein. Nice pyrite. It looks like a bunch of Some of it looks like it's polished amethyst. Some nice dark purple in there. So yeah, we've got a good amount of little gems mixed in here. Reminds me of a Bayou Gold Guy bag. Or a John R. Prospecting bag. I remember when we started doing that, because we would do the Lynch bags, the gizmos, and it'd be like two or three little pieces. Like, really? That's what they're calling a gem bag? Well, we could do better than that. Hell, I could do better than that just with the stuff that people sent me. So whenever we started making, of course, I had my garnets from Gold Nugget Sales is what actually got me started on it. When I just throw the garnets in for the gator eyes, because oh, cool, and an arrowhead. I had a couple of those from Vendetta in the I think it was Vendetta in the pirate booty bag. More pyrite, very cool. Always like the pyrite. That's great stuff. Crunch some of that up and throw it in whenever you want those most difficults. That bag number 65 went out. It's that's, oh, look at there, very nice. Oh yeah, that almost looks like some of the, that almost looks like a piece of my Gold Bay crystallized gold that I'd gotten from him with that look on it there. Beautiful stuff. Very nice, James. Like I said, that is, the character on that is just outstanding. See, that looks like it's almost more like mica there than the pyrite, but I think it is pyrite. Awesome. That piece of gold keeps flashing by there. That looks really, oh, y'all get, there it is right there. You can see it pops up. Much nicer out here without the sun broiling us. Yeah, I've got all that pile of aluminum there that came from my neighbor's house right behind me. That house right there, that was her carport up the driveway. But like I said before in the other videos, it made it through Ida because the wind came from the north and behind me the west. This time it came from due east, which is the way we're facing. So everything, just like if y'all hadn't seen our other, it's still up there. They haven't messed with it. Probably won't for a while. But you can see that side, that had made it through Ida. But when this storm came blowing from the east to, that's the west, it just it peeled it back like a sardine can and flipped it over. So very I said it was no wimpy storm. It took out some trees and some of that fence over there. But I said we made it through, and there's a hurricane milling around. My shed lost maybe one more piece of metal in there than it lost with there we got our bucket dissolved away. So I'm in the process of, this plant's got to save. This is my good Matthew Ford super dirt in here, so I got to make sure that it's that I don't waste it. It's reused on something else, because it's that's some good stuff, powerful stuff. So yeah, but that'll be worth crunching up that aluminum and taking it in. But anything else, as far as all the, I don't mess with scrap tin, just scrap metal. There we go. That's a nice little array of some quartzes and amethysts. Our arrowhead, and then a little vein there. Very nice. Totally, really, I was just dripping. I mean, just pouring off. I mean, I had the felt hat didn't help, but I mean, I was just pouring water onto my camera. And now with the as long as we've got the little bit of cloud cover, man. It's a beautiful, almost fall-like day. Well, we're back and rolling again. Actually had a call come in for some work. I had been dealing with that. So now we are in the blazing noon hour. The sun did come back out and shine once again. I can't believe it. Actually, we can see that without it blurring it out. But yeah, we got a little ways to go before that next thunderhead shades us. I got the boy out here snooting around. He's due for his bath, so I told him he could roll in whatever the hell he wants to. It's a different house inside. All of our kittens are gone. We are a house where the children have left, and I still have my little Guinevere. She's a kitten, she is. But after having all those little fuzz balls under feet for so long, the last 3 litters, there hasn't been a time in this house for the last, I guess, 3 months that there have not been at least 10 little kittens at some stage of, between being born and 10 weeks old. And so, yeah, it is, it seems empty. No little bodies crawling on me in the night. I'd feel them, and I could reach down and feel their head, and the way that they would respond to my hand on their head, I would know at least from 3 or 4 of them. I could actually tell either the head or the head or their body. When I would feel the rest of their body, I knew which ones I was feeling in the dark. This last little group, I got so attached to a number of them, but that makes them, that's going to make them a lot easier for people to adopt, though. Up at the pet store, when they go to open the cage and they want you to hold them, they come to you and they want to, they're interactive. So that's like I said, Mr. Pat, they are great up there. And I hung out with my little bird was out again. She's a little parrot, man. She is a sweetheart. She was a little nippy that day, yesterday. The car about to take the kittens up to be adopted, and I hear this little, and I'm like, what the hell? And I got this little girl over here. What are you doing, girlie? Huh? You kind of crying? Are you okay? Huh? Or you pretty tame? You're pretty tame. Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah. Oh, you're a very pretty girl. Oh, I haven't had any of you since the last hurricane. They showed up from next door. Where do you come from, huh? Yeah. Are you hungry? Yeah, that is a very pretty girl. I don't have any chicken feed. Yeah. I don't have any chicken feed. What? Yeah? Yeah? Well, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But I got 2 containers full of kitties in there I need to take right now. She's still got a lot of meat on her there, so she's not. Somebody's been feeding her, I guess. You never know what you're gonna run into when you come out in the body. But yeah, she's a sweet girl. She doesn't seem to be hurt or anything. Well, very talkative. You're very talkative, girl. Yeah. Do I need to put you on the Maple Street list? Well, and it seems it's a bird day on the bayou for me. I left the chicken, and actually, Mr. Pat up here thinks he knows who it belongs to, so I'm going to go home and go on Maple Park. Hey, pretty bird. Yeah. Oh, she was just, yeah, come here. Every time I come in, he gets on my hand, but for some reason, it's on my back. You get back on your thing. Get back on your. No, don't want to do that. Yeah. Ow, ow, won't have to bite me. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. What are you doing? Come here. Well, come here. She didn't want to get up. No, no, don't bite me. No, don't bite me. Here, get back on your perch. Go on. She doesn't want to get off. Come on, come on. There you go. There you go. But she does want to bite my finger. She does want to bite. They put her in a cage because she was nipping people. And it's like, well, what do you expect? It's a parrot. That's what they do. That's what they do, right? Ow. Some of them much harder than others. Okay, okay, now you're getting mean. All right, so well, get off. Get on your perch. Now, get on your perch. There you go. Yeah, you didn't have to be so. You didn't have to get so. You didn't have to get so testy today. And that's what usually does. Yeah, she comes up and wants me to put my finger out. Yeah, so you can. Yeah, come on, let me step on. And then he's gonna go up my arm. Pretty bird, pretty bird. Here, what about seeing yourself? How about seeing yourself there? Huh? What do you mean about seeing yourself? Pretty bird. Yeah. You're a pretty bird. She's not really looking at herself. She just wants to be back up. You just like to be perched. All right, baby girl. There you go. Yeah, ain't that a pretty bird? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's always fun. So here we go. Here's all my little sweeties. Daddy's gonna go now. They've got their new home. People are already in here loving on them, so I'll be back to check on them tomorrow. I got their little bed in here and some of their toys. Hey, baby girl, come here. Come see Daddy. Come here. Come here, Munchkin. My little Munchkin in the back. So yeah, they're gonna be acclimating very good in here, and I don't expect it's gonna take too long to get them a home just like the other ones. So yeah. All right, babies. I'll come see you tomorrow. I'll come see you tomorrow. And so yeah, they were just right at 10 weeks old when they went in. These were born on these were the ones that were born on New Year 4th of July night. So July 5th, after 4th of July, I was in there birthing kittens for the rest of the night. And from about 1 o'clock on. But they said they're gonna, and all of them are fixed now. Look at that roly-poly gold there. Looks like a little barrel gold. Oh, I just rolled it down there. It wants to take off. All right. Give it a quick spin. Make sure that wasn't a piece of gold rolling off, which I don't think it was. You know. But yeah, so whenever I started doing this, and I had the garnets, I'd put the garnets in the bottles, or the bottles, and I started making it up just for prizes for the channel. And I'd have the little bits of amethyst or peridot that I'd already gotten out of my gizmos from Lynch, and I don't really think there was really any other gem stuff. Maybe some stuff that a bag I'd gotten from John where he'd put his in, because then he's the one telling me about, oh well, you know, I've been ordering stuff from India. So yeah, so I went on and, you know, checked it out and got in some really cool stuff. And then I'd have people that would send me some, you know, viewers that would send me some awesome stuff. And starting with like Jim and Jeff, y'all still get, anytime y'all get any galena or that lead, That's from stuff that Jim and Jeff sent me years ago, along with a lot of his polished stuff. This stuff from Rich Peterson. Now that I put in stuff that I still have that I'd gotten from him, stuff from Matthew Ford. Just like I said, a number, and then of course the stuff that I'd get out of my Vendetta bags for the pirate booty. And it just kind of evolved for people asking about getting getting pay dirt from me that didn't win it, and they thought the labels were cool, and they've definitely changed a lot since the beginning of the channel, for sure. One of my little guys back there, hey Milk, hey my boy, that's my little hurricane buddy. He sat on my lap while the storm was raging. He did not like those winds. They're doing some yard work or something over there around me, but the mic probably is blocking that out. But yeah, it was John and I would talk about, John R. Prospecting and I would talk about it, and it was always such a joke what they would put out as gym bags from Dan Hurd, of course, with his. Okay, I'm going to put. He'd have these containers full of all these different colored gems, and they look so cool. And then he'd reach in with his like tweezers and pick out one or two little tiny ones. Well, they don't look nearly that cool. With one, oh, and look, he's going to put a diamond in there, and it's this little micro diamond. It's like, well, fuck, I guess if you're wanting a Where's Waldo bag where you're trying to find your one tiny little diamond in a bag full of quartz sand, and but again, he would put in these one or two just like really cheesy, chintzy. You got all this shit. You get most of it for free, just like his damn Ocean Pictures stone that I bought one bag of chips. I never bought any more from him because it was shit. 2 or 3 nice pieces for $40 in a bag full of chips, when you've seen him on his own channels videos with just piles of that crap around him on the ground where they would break those apart. Beautiful pieces of blues and colors running through it. And he sends you a bunch of drab, looks like it'd been sanded. I don't know, y'all saw it. I've still got it. I didn't even, I tried, polishing, doing the polisher on a couple of them, and it just didn't really, tumbling it didn't do that much for it. So yeah, but again, so it was a pretty sad lack in what people called gym bags. So all right, well, here we are, man. I haven't got sunstroke yet, but I'm feeling it burning my camera, and it's just now in a position where I can it's been taking the sun pretty good here. It hadn't shut down on me yet. Here's our big stuff. What the hell are they doing over there? Oh, they're in the yard right. The yard right next to me has not been done since before the hurricane, so it looks like a jungle. So that's why. Hopefully, like I said, all this noise suppressing microphone is taking care of that. There's some nice, very, very nice mottled rock. I always like those. The look of those. Put that in a save pile. We've got that one very cool piece of gold that's going to be showing up in here. The spire. It looks like a spire. All right, I'm trying it now. I got to try to stand in front of my camera lens. I'll have to be doing any zooming in and out whenever I do the editing for this. Because I can't see anything on the screen out here in the sun. And I got to stand away from it to the side to shield the sun. It's gonna go down here in a minute if I don't. Holy, okay, there we go. We finally we got a little, that big one that was up there before. It's finally moved into position. Damn, my fingers are so. Yeah, if you can tell, I am noticeably wetter than I was the last time we were talking about how nice it is out here. So yeah, I'll definitely say, and that's a pretty good thunderhead right there going up. So that ought to give us a little relief. It's gonna have one little break coming up, and then we should be back covered up for the most part, just in time to again save the camera from overheating. Did that say 54? Damn, this is way too long. All right, well, it's still okay, yeah. Well, probably half the stuff I've said on here is going to be edited off now. that's the way it usually works. That is very nice. There's our honker with a couple of nice little chunkers beside it. And we are just going to drop the big one in. All right, well, we're going to get through that and we'll be back. See, I'd gotten these from the hurricane deal where they were handing out food and stuff. They were giving out Pop-Tarts was one of the things. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in years. And I just don't remember them being that thin. This is the Smores. And actually, they're pretty damn good. They're really soft from sitting out here, too. Then you have to toast them. But it tastes like a s'more. But again, I haven't had them since I was a kid, but I remember them being a lot thicker. Well, all right, we've got us a nice little piece of wire gold there on this one, plus a couple little chunkers. So we got one pan left to go. All right, I couldn't let this one go because I was still wondering about it. Zoom out. Can we zoom out, please? All right, there we go. Yeah. So actually, I also have a box of peach cobbler Pop-Tarts. I'd forgotten I'd actually gotten these like marked down to $2 or something for a 16, only $5 box or some crap, but I got it for peach cobbler. There's our s'mores. So, I mean, they're both about the same thickness apart, thickness. But I'm thinking, well, maybe, when I used to get these, they didn't have frosting. They started out Pop-Tarts were just Pop-Tarts with no frosting on them. So maybe they thinned out the inside to add the frosting on the top. So I don't know, but the graham cracker on this is really good. Like I said, it really tastes like a s'more. The peach cobbler on this, like I said, it's not bad. It tastes pretty peachy. So Pop-Tarts are, I'll buy them again if I get them on sale. Shit, it is what it is. Pretty tasty. Well, the sun is out cooking as predicted. In between the gap, and as you can see, the whole cloud, that whole situation kind of passed us by and scooted to the side and left the sun bearing down on us without any relief coming up. So again, so much for the Bayou Gold Guy forecast for sunny day or cloudy cloud cover. We're here at the bottom of our pan of our Culver, and getting at the bottom of that other stuff, I had some little heavies that were holding. I forgot we never did a magnet test. We'll test the magnet when we get done. But there was a little bit of black in the bottom. Nothing heavy, bad. Had to get a little more aggressive, but the gold's large enough that you know, it holds pretty well while you're washing the heavier rock around it down. Because you see that stuff's, it takes a pretty aggressive wash to move some of that little stuff. Little bits of pyrite still popping up throughout it. So we pull those out and save them into our save pan. And I can't believe I gotta fucking bring this up again, but you guys fucking I saw last night Big Texas Prospecting. George has got his channel back up. I know he was reading off a list of his Patreons, and I can tell you right now that firsthand that there were some of those people on that list that are not Patreon members, you know. So he's already either doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's lying about who's supporting his channel. And I saw there were people on there that I know that were still in his chat that seemed to be supporting him for whatever reason. And yeah, I mean, a lot of what he ripped off of people was off of Patreon, not paying out Patreon prizes, not giving out the awards that people were supposed to have. Some of it was paydirts, but you know, I don't give a shit if you still, you know, one of the guys I talked to said, you know, said that yeah, he got a half a gram bag out of him, out of the hundreds of dollars that he had put into his Patreon apparently, and still never gotten any of his prizes for. And yeah, they're supporting a channel, but if you're supporting a channel and it's specifically you're expecting to get a reward, some kind of a thank you for it, and you don't, then that is fraud. That is the frauding. And again, I would recommend people, if you dealt with him and he did that to you, go on there, click that button on YouTube, the 3 dots, and report the channel. Report it as misinformation, fraud. There's not really too many you can go in and do specific things on channels like that, but definitely don't you know, don't let these guys start up again and rip off more people. And like I said, there's people that have been involved with him that have not spoken out on this. And I'm kind of disappointed with some of these channels that deal with him and have not said, hey, you know, because there's a lot of new people. You know, the last video we did on here, the mammoth, that awesome mammoth gold, that huge ROI, that's almost got 700 views on it from last week, you know, which is awesome. And I hope a lot of you guys came back to watch some more. A lot of you are return viewers. Often a bunch of you guys are first-time viewers. And so, again, there's always a new group of people cycling through that will not know that, you know, which channels and which companies are going to rip them off. And that, again, is, when I started this, Jim and Jeff was one of the watchdogs of this community and would point out channels and companies all the time and alerted me to them, which ones to watch out for and which ones to alert you guys to. And same thing with Lynch. We're going to end up going into that before it's over, because there's definitely a couple of channels that were in bed with Lynch that kept their mouths shut till the end and let people get ripped off. You know, and when the rest of the world is full of nothing but liars and thieves and fucking everything that you can imagine to deal with, in this community, I have zero tolerance for people that you know, that are supposedly influencers that again allow this crap to go on to support their own channels, to support their own agendas, and try to come across as being, oh, you know, I'm for the, you know, for you guys, when they're not. They're out strictly to benefit themselves and come across as being genuine, and they're really not. And unfortunately, that's becoming more prevalent. So you guys, yeah, wrap it up this with Buy Gold Guy again. But you know, if you guys watch my show, I'm nothing if not, you know, honest in my beliefs, and I don't tend to spew crap out if I don't have, you know, solid you know, evidence and you know, people that have firsthand knowledge of shit, you know. So if I'm speculating on something, I'll tell you I'm speculating. I'm not speculating on Big Texas. He's got people that he still has ripped off, has not paid back. So That's it. Let's take this in. Weigh it up. That is beautiful gold. All right, you know the drill. We've got our dried gold. Look at that beautiful stuff. That looks very nice in the pan. We got our little wire piece in there. Our nice chunker. A nice golden color. So let's get down there. Episode number 167. This is our 167th Paydirt review, and it's for Culver Prospecting, James Culver. Thank you so much to Troubled One for sending me this. Let's do our scale there. We'll check with our 20 gram weight, and we are exactly 20, so that's good. This little scale, it only has 2 zeros, but it is accurate with what it tells you. So as opposed to my other one, which is spazzed out on me. Oh, let's zero out our bowl. Let's check our chunker there. 0.4748. It was almost at 4.8, so it's one of those. That's probably point there, right there. If I hit in the right spot on the scale, where we're 0.48. So just short of a half a gram on that very nice looking shard. And there we go. There's our. It's a gram guaranteed bag. And actually, I think we just had a piece flick off right there. Oh. There we go. 1.24 grams. 0.25, yeah, so it's probably again 1.249 if I had that third digit, because it's barely touching at 5. So I went through my tailings. I did find one little, almost the size of that little piece right there. That might even be it. That little speck right there that was in the tailings. And when I was doing it, I saw a piece that I thought had gotten away. You heard me say it when I was going through it, and I didn't see it when I went through the pan, but it apparently it had gotten by, because I did recover it in the like I said, when I did the tailings. Let's see, where did we lose it? There we are. So this is very nice, 1.25 grams, and you can get this. What do we have? We got a. There we go. I hate it whenever I start editing these and I see there's a piece of damn fuzz, or usually it's not cat fur, it's a piece of a gizmo hair. But there's that very cool piece there that is the our wire gold piece, and you can see the character on it. It looks like a smaller version of our big spire piece there, with the contours and all the character in that. It's cleaned up a little bit with the dirt out of it. It doesn't have quite so much black highlighting in it that gave it that crystallized look, like that crystallized gold did. It had all the rust staining to it. A lot of this cleaned up very nice. You can see a little bit of quartz, a little bit of rock in there, but very nice. You can see those pieces, nice chunky little gold. Awesome bag. So it had a little bit of challenge to it with the stuffing. I never did the magna, but again, y'all saw there was not that much black in it to deal with, and enough, like I said, to give it a little bit of a challenge. And you can go on his, well, I'll leave a site for his Culver, JamesCulver.com, on his website to get his pay dirt, but you can also you get the YouTube discount if you buy this through his channel. Go on his about page on James Culver Prospecting. Again, we'll leave a link of that at the end of the video in the description. Not at the end, but in the description part of the video page here, and it's a little cheaper if you buy that. But again, it's between 85, I think it was 85 and $92 for the 1 grams. His other was $50 for the half gram, and it's postage paid on this shipped. So again, it was sent to me as a gift. So, but with the the day's gold prices at pushing over $80 a gram, this is would be pushing 100% ROI. And then, like I said, I take off $10 for postage off the price of the whatever the bag is. If they don't include, if it's postage included, then you're taking $10 off of a $90 bag or a $50 half gram bag. Uh, so I would say it's a. And then we've also seen a number of his other bags that Troubled One has done. I'll leave a link to his channel as well, and you can get a good look. He's done a number of James's bags, and it's all some beautiful gold and a great return on it. So yeah, for like I said, for Pay Dirt review number 167, this was a really good bag. a good batch of gold, beautiful gold, some nice pieces, and again, thank you to both you guys, James and Troubled, for a very a fun pay dirt to do. So all right, my friends. Well, I believe that will put a pin in this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I have been your host, Bayou Gold Guy, and thank you so much for joining me here today. I know we calm down, come here. When I start talking to you, he starts jumping. Why is that? Huh? Why is that? And then I just posted a short tonight with my little baby girl Guinevere here giving Gizmo a bath while he was trying to sleep. So this little sweetheart, I'll tell you, I miss having all my little babies around, but I still have her. So she's my little kitten lover. She's just as sweet as she can be. So we covered a lot on the channel today. A lot went on. Still got in some very nice gold. Really appreciate that. So you guys give Culver a try. And Troubled One, he's also selling a bunch of his pay dirts and does it in a number of different variety of sizes, and has some very nice material. We're going to be getting a bag of his stuff as well to check out on the channel. And we've got us a few bags lined up to do besides my prize that I also have from Trouble to do. So yeah, we've got some stuff coming up on the channel. Plus we're going into October here, so that's a big Halloween's a big month on the channel for me because I just enjoy Halloween. It's fun, and we're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna be doing some new label action on that. So that being said. Last thing, I guess, if you guys have not checked out Trump's appearance on GUTFELD, I know Trump has the whole thing posted on Truth Social, and it has got to be. I would say I've been watching him since 2015 when it started, and have watched almost all of his rallies and his interviews and stuff that he's done. And this, by far, I would say, is his best interview, funniest, and just a really good time. You'll laugh. The humor comes through as they're asking, how do you deal with people keep trying to kill you, type shit. And of course, Gutfeld is he's destroying all the other late night shows are about to go down the tube. So that's the last thing I would say on this. If you haven't checked that out, even like I said, even if you're not that big of a Trump fan, tune in and watch it, and it might change your mind because you'll not find a more genuine person uh, in anywhere, I don't think, than this man. So It's just shit you can't fake. That being said, thank you all again. Take care. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hit that subscribe if you like what you see on here. Like button's always nice as well. And if you'd like to be a member, we're about to do a giveaway for that. And certain memberships will get monthly or bi-monthly prizes, thank yous. And yeah, so till the next time, take care of each other, watch your backs, and peace out, my friends. Yeah.